Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah.
Layup Lounge members. Thank you for tuning in to episode 27 of season 2 of the Layup Lounge. My name is Wayne. I'm here with
Roman.
This is episode 27. This is the Tariq Woolen episode. This is the it's only 27.
The Jamal Murray episode.
The Jamal Murray episode. Thank you. That's another good 2-7. We're coming to you live with a lot of NBA news, NBA playoff talk, the hottest stuff that's going on in the league right now. You know what's going on in the Layup Lounge. Please do your due diligence, like, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram. There's some stuff going on Instagram right now. You need to be up to date over there. Let us know in the comments what you want to hear about. Go put your 2 cents in over there. Keep rocking out with us. We're not quitting anytime soon. We're just some dogs over here, man. That's what it is. Anywhere you put us, we're some dogs. The court, the podcast, life, we're built for it. We're some dogs over here. Let's go and dive straight in, though. Episode 27. Let's get it.
We're going to talk about it. Celtics and Knicks. Obviously, we haven't spoken since, Jason Tatum blew out his Achilles. It blew into smithereens after, Jaylen Brown turns the ball over. He tries to go get the ball, pushes off that leg. Season is over. They end up getting the win today, though, behind Derek White's 34 points. JB with a almost triple-double. Man, just talk about the Celtics, the current state of the Celtics, the Knicks, and what are your expectations for the rest of this series? Because they extended the series today, and now we're going back to New York for a Game 6.
Man, first of all, Jason Tatum injury is crazy. I mean, that's nuts. You never like to see a player of his stature go down with an injury. And I just feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was already getting hate in social media.
Absolutely.
And then
even from you.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I'm hating. But it's not, I can't take my hate too far because they're gonna clip this.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, I understand I'm putting the hate to the side right now, you know what I'm saying? Because he went down crazy. He had surgery already.
Yeah.
So he's on the road to recovery. Probably not gonna play next season. But no, he's one of the young faces of the league. Supposed to be the face of the league if he did what he was supposed to do. That's my biggest problem with him. He never did what he was supposed to do. He should be the undefined face of the league today.
Had 42 points in that game. He was bound for probably the best game of his career when he went down.
That's not fair. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, he should be the face of the NBA right now. And that was a legacy game because that was a big legacy game for him. He was proving a lot of people wrong. Achilles blows off. Can't do nothing wrong with that. Heel Jason Tatum. Looking at the Celtics, though, I'm not convinced. They're going to go to New York and lose.
Really?
I think the Knicks closed it out here. Celtics obviously went out there and put their best foot forward. They're playing for Jason Tatum last game. You know what I'm saying? They're motivated for it. They played for him. They're at home. And then also Luke Cornett almost had a triple-double, so with blocks. So that's not going to happen in next game. Promise you it won't. Derek White hooped. That's what he's got to do. He's the true number 1 or number 2 option. Jaylen Brown's number 1. And yeah, that's just what things lie with the Celtics. What do you think? Sorry to speed run through it, but I mean...
No. We're good. No, that was a good analysis right there. For one, I'm sticking with my Celtics pick. I think I had them winning in 6. I'm going to say they're going to win in 7. I liked what I saw there on the court. Kristaps Porzingis is an absolute zero. The social media streets claiming he got AIDS. I don't know. That's crazy. That is a crazy statement to make. But
okay, something's going on though. He's been sick since what? April?
For a couple months. 2 months,
February?
I think it was like February. Yeah. So no, he's definitely going through it, and it must really be affecting him because he can't hit a shot to save his life. He looks horrible. And it's actually an advantage for the Knicks if Kristaps Porzingis is out there. So he can't play in this series unless he's 100%. But they found a gem in Luke Cornett. I mean, I feel like he's an energy guy. Energy guys, wherever you can get it from, especially on the Celtics end, Jason Tatum goes down, you got to find something.
They be doing or whatever.
Yeah, right. So you see he's flying around. Karl Anthony Towns couldn't do anything on Luke Cornett. He was struggling there. Brunson's going to do his thing. But Josh Hart actually had 24 points in this game, and that is success for the Boston Celtics. That is a recipe for success for them. If you have him as the leading scorer for the Knicks, that's a recipe for wins for the Celtics. I feel like the Knicks can't afford for Josh Hart to be their leading scorer. Other guys, Peyton Pritchard's going to do his thing. He's going to shoot a bunch of threes. Derek White, continuing. He's probably been the most consistent player for the Celtics in these playoffs. Drew Holiday, he's going to stay solid. Al Horford, he's going to stay solid. I think that they have enough to beat this Knicks team. I think where the Knicks really struggle at, I mean, we talked about it pretty much all season, is their bench. Deuce McBride's going to have to show up at some point to give them a game. And even going forward, if they do advance against the Celtics. But I'm liking the energy of the Boston Celtics. What do you like to say all the time? Championship DNA. I definitely see that with this Boston Celtics team. If they didn't have it, I felt like, this was they could have just went home. They could have just folded for real, especially because the Knicks were, it was a close game throughout the game, but they found life in that third, fourth quarter. And I think they're going to roll with that momentum going to New York. I think they force a game 7. And why not? JB legacy game 7. Brother. I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and they're gonna advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. You hit it first on the LL.
Brother. Well, what did we just see on this Twitter? What did we just see on Twitter? The get-in price for game 6 is $865.
It was it was somewhere around that price. What, game 1 of this? Or game 3, wherever they went back to New York to play the Celtics, and they lost.
It's gonna be
game 3. They lost.
It's gonna be rocking in MSG.
We said the same thing about game 3. They lost.
It's gonna be rocking there. We know what time it is.
Pressure. It's gonna be rocking with pressure. Karl Anthony Towns. What are we doing?
I got the other JB, the true JB.
That's cool.
The true
That's cool.
JB
We locked that shit up today, though. We cool. We locked that down.
Okay, in your building, though, and this is just kind of one of those games we could throw away too. I mean, like once we're down 20, throw it away. We're good. Luke Cornett, 9 blocks, whatever he had. Yeah, we're cool off that. Let's take it back to our home. Jalen Brunson, start doing what you do. Clutch player of the year. Want to talk about clutch? Let's do it.
Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, they combined for 15 points. That's cool. Like
that won't happen next game.
That won't happen next game?
That won't happen next game. They will not combine for 15.
I think they're going to combine for 20. Look, Jaylen Brown, you got to understand his legacy's on the line. He might be on the trade block. Obviously, they're talking about Jason Tatum. They're basically saying the Celtics are done for moving forward. He wants to play basketball. He wants to extend the series. Derek White, phenomenal basketball player, whether he's going to be with the Celtics next year or he's going to be somewhere else. He's definitely playing for his name. Luke Cornett is playing for something. Peyton Pritchard, 6th man of the year. They have enough talent to get through this Knicks team. This Knicks team, we've seen it even from last series against Detroit. Detroit should have beat the Knicks, if we're being honest.
They have the talent. That's a good take.
The one thing that the Knicks have is late game heroics. But how long can you ride it? That's got to die down at some point. To me, that's got to, even with the Celtics were up. If we can go from minute to minute on how much time, game-wise or whatever, that the Celtics were up or leading the games versus the Knicks, it's probably a landslide. The Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks just have that ability to come back, but I think that juice is going to run out, and I think it's going to run out starting in game 6. We're going to go home to game 7. We're going to handle that, and it's going to be Boston and Indiana, Eastern Conference Finals, part 2. Part 2. I believe in the Boston Celtics. Like you said, championship DNA. Definitely, we see it here more than the Warriors. We got more. We're deep.
No, we're deep. They have pieces.
The Celtics got pieces. And I think that's where the Celtics are going to win. They're going to win with the bench. That's where they have to win. They got to win those bench minutes, especially when JB and Cat, when one of those guys are off the floor, you got to take advantage. And I think that they can. And
see, my mentality is the Knicks they know we need this one game and we're going back to home. Like, let's just, let's max out in this game right now.
But think about it. We haven't been in this position before. I mean, Cat was in it last year in the West. JB hasn't been there before.
JB's a champion, though. You know what I'm saying? He's a NCAA champ. I'm gonna give him the nod. That, you know what I'm saying? There's
he's a winning player.
Championship DNA is not just NBA championships. Championship DNA runs deep. That's what I'm saying. Winning players.
He's a winning player. Is the King of New York thing? Is that tag snatched away if they lose this series? We got to look at him weary if they lose this series, right? I mean, he had a solid game today. But it wasn't like, damn, he was killing. He had 22 points. Like, it wasn't.
I think now that Tatum goes down, you look at him wary. Especially because they're winning, too. If Tatum's here, though, you can't look at him any sort of way because they're not even, it's even.
No, but if he gets outplayed, by Jaylen Brown.
No, I'm saying, yeah, now there's pressure on him for sure. He has to win this series. He has to win the next game they play. And he will. It's Jalen Brunson. I wholeheartedly believe
so. It's a must win for the Knicks.
100%. Because if they go back to Boston, they're losing.
Okay, so so you think they go back to Boston and lose if they don't win this game 6?
Because then it's really not at that point. It's like okay, but they got to max out this game 6, and I think they will. That's why I believe they will win this game 6.
And we're talking about Jason Tatum. I kind of want to go into the future of the Celtics just because regardless of what happens in this series, I don't think they're going to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about Giannis. We're talking about Giannis, potential trades. I know a couple episodes. That was kind of the theme of the 2 episodes ago. But now that he's basically, he's soft launching a trade request, like he's actually thinking about going somewhere else. I actually want you to display the trade that you had because I thought it was quite interesting.
No, so yeah, we were just talking earlier. When a MVP caliber player like Giannis is available, why would every team not put together some sort of offer? So what selection of Celtics players equals Giannis? You know what I'm saying? What kind of trade package equals Giannis? If I'm the Celtics, I'm like, we have enough pieces. Let's keep Jaylen Brown. Let's keep Derek White. Or you can have Derek White. Let's keep Derek. Y'all can have Derek White. Let's pair Giannis back up with Drew. So we'll run Jaylen Brown. We'll run Drew, Giannis, and y'all can have Pritchard. So y'all got Pritchard. Y'all can take Pritchard, Derek White, and Jason Tatum. And like a first.
For Giannis.
Welcome to the team. And we'll take
you're going to take Dame? You're going to switch Achilles?
We'll take Brook. Well, so, just attach something you don't want on there. Yeah. But no, that's bro.
Kyle Kuzma?
What's stopping the Celtics from not putting together a trade package of just a selection of very good players and like maybe one first and just being like, give us Giannis right now. And like, it'd just be the only thing stopping them would be Milwaukee's pride at that point. Cause it's like, they were like, why would we trade him to you? You know what I'm saying? Just to lose to him for the next decade. Because
they basically gift wrapped him Drew and then ended up winning a championship.
They just send him. Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick if you're a Milwaukee fan. You traded the duo.
No, first of all, I'm keeping Derek White. I think my top 2 people I'm keeping is JB, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White. Everybody else is on the table. I have to keep Derek White. I can't. I'm giving it because first of all, he's younger. He's obviously the better player right now. Drew, go back to Milwaukee. Farewell, Torrey over there. However may that look like.
He's ready to retire.
That's what I'm saying. He'd probably hang him up if he gets traded back to Milwaukee. You gotta keep Derek White. You gotta keep Derek White. Jason Tatum, I mean, like you said it before, he'd be pissed. First of all,
he'd be hot.
He gets sent to Milwaukee, but maybe that incentivizes Dame to stay. Look. This year's already washed. It's washed. It's done for. Next year, I roll out Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard. That's enticing. That's something you can tell your fans, too. It's like, look, it's a wash. It's cooked. It's over. We don't got any draft picks. Maybe we move around other guys in order to acquire 1 or 2. And then we just come back next year. We got Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard on the same team, and we're just going
in the year 2027.
Bro, Jason Tatum's gonna be young enough. It's really the Dame side of it. You're probably weary about. You're looking at that kind of weird, but I feel like a motivated Dame, they had the exact same injury. You trade them to each other. You trade them on the same team. They're rehabbing at the same time.
Okay,
they're practicing pick and pops together. Hey.
No, I see it.
And then the Celtics are like, look, we're in win now mode. We don't want to pay Jason Tatum. New ownership with the Boston Celtics, so we're not even attached to Jason Tatum like that. Why not? Like you said, why not? Why not move him? I mean, and we've done it before. We traded Isaiah Thomas for less. You know what I'm saying?
True.
He's done way more. He did a lot, or not way more than Jason Tatum, but emotionally, you feel, I don't know. It's almost a debate whether who you emotionally attached to if you're a Boston Celtic fan, IT or Jason Tatum.
That's very true.
And Jason Tatum won the title, and that's still even a question, which is, it's crazy. But everything that IT meant to the city, I think Isaiah Thomas means more to Boston than Jason Tatum.
I don't even think that's a crazy take either. I think that's almost a truthful take. The only thing that separates, like you said, Tatum is the championship. Other than that, I think it's equal or more love for Isaiah just because of the sacrifice that he made, the pressure he played under, and that team was like they were underdogs. And that kind of adds to, you know what I'm saying? It adds a little more fuel to your fire when you're an underdog. You know what I'm saying? You have somebody to root for who's, one, he's an underdog himself, last pick, 5'9", playing for the Boston. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many things stacked against him already. It was just like you said, it was love for him. You could feel the love from Boston fans towards Isaiah. And, well, go to what's his name? What's the dude said when you close eyes, you can't see Jason Tatum's moments?
Colin Coward?
Yeah, Colin Coward. You could see Isaiah Thomas as a Celtic. Like,
for sure.
Mr.
Fourth,
you know
Mr. Fourth quarter, he's tapping the wrist. I'll let
sitting
him
on the bench crying, you know what I'm saying? Like pregame, like there's moments with Isaiah where it's like, hey, you remember his time as like a Celtic. There's moments. Tatum is just the memes, really. It's more the only true Tatum moment we remember, rookie year. Chest bump to Bron. That's the greatest. That's the greatest Jason Tatum moment.
That's the greatest Jason Tatum. And like we said with IT, it's authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's real love.
Real love.
Even JT after the finals win, we did it. That was hella forced. He knew he was going. He said that in the mirror that morning. Like it was very. There's something about it. Like if he was to get traded, first of all, for Giannis, they're not going to be mad. But even if he got traded for maybe a player a step below Giannis, I don't think there's outrage in Boston as much as there was in Dallas when they traded Luka.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's not even crazy. And I don't even think that's truth.
But I don't like. I really, and obviously, I'm not a Boston Celtics fan, so I mean, the people can tell us if we're wrong or not. But I just feel like there's not. The connection is not the same. I feel like there's not a lot of Jason Tatum defenders, but when it comes to IT, it's like, bro, you wasn't there for prime IT. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll defend IT with their lives, but JT, it's like if we can get Giannis, hey, they would trade him for Cooper Flag
For sure.
I think Boston. I think even if he didn't get hurt, like if. It'd be a discussion. Maybe like if it was like Cooper and Clay or something, or Cooper and someone else. But I think that this team is old. They want to save money. I feel like they do that. They trade JT for Cooper. Before we get to Cleveland, though, I just want to talk about my Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton. He's arguably the best point guard remaining in the playoffs. He might be the best. Like if you say he's the best point guard right now in these playoffs, you can't argue with that. He's hooping. He's killing. Timely buckets. There's no ego on the team. I feel like he's a superstar, but he doesn't act like a superstar, if that makes sense. Like he'll get his team involved. Sometimes for me, he's over passive. I feel like there's a lot of times where he could take over. He took over in the second quarter. He hit like 4 straight threes to get him back in the game after they're down like 19, 20 points. Neesmith has been phenomenal for them. Phenomenal role player. He's going to get paid. Andrew Nemhard, he playoff riser. We already talked about him. Miles Turner, top 5 Pacer of all time. He didn't really kill last game, but he's overall been phenomenal in these playoffs. Pascal Siakam has been a big difference maker. And we got to give credit to Coach Carlisle, because I feel like we forget that he led a Dallas team to one of the greatest playoff runs we've ever seen. It was Dirk and some guys, some stuff against Kobe, against a young OKC team. I think they played the Spurs or Memphis, one of them, and then they had to go against LeBron James.
Check all those boxes.
That's what I'm saying. And who was the coach of that team? Rick Carlisle. So I feel like that whole organization, everybody feels like, they feel overlooked, overrated, whatever the case may be. But hey, just talk about the Pacers real quick, man, because they look phenomenal. Finals contenders for sure.
Absolutely, finals contenders. Like you said, an egoless squad. I can't remember the last time I've seen a unit where it's like they got 10 dudes that can play right now, like contribute.
Ben Shepherd, run in there.
Go score 20, 15 to 20 right now. They got 10 dudes like. But Benedict Mathurin, Ben Shepherd, Obi Toppin.
I love Ben. Yeah, he might be my top 5 favorite player.
Bro, I like him a lot. I like
he's cold.
And he brings some of the nasty too. That's the thing about this team too. They're nasty. You know what I'm saying? They're not going back down from nobody. Pascal Siakam, he's a dog. Like any way you look at it. Miles Turner's a dog.
Every great
Benedict's a dog. Tyrese is a dog.
Every great team needs a crash out. You know what I'm saying?
And even on the bench, James Johnson's the OG. Like, bro, the team is full of dogs. egoless. They're just single-minded focus. And like you said, Tyrese, he's a superstar that doesn't act like a superstar. And I think that just goes back to his point guard nature. The fact that he was like an unrated player coming out of high school and all that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just all goes back to staying humble, being about the team. And I think his attitude has kind of just seeped into like the roots of this squad. And that's just kind of how they act through and through. Like Nemhard, Naismith, like they got a bunch of dudes that can play, ball out, hoop. I want to ask you,
what's up?
Because you keep calling Miles Turner a top 5 pacer. And I'm getting heat for calling Tyrese the pacer.
Okay.
Who are the top 5 pacers right now? Because we have to talk about it. Because Jermaine O'Neal has to be in there, I think. Defensive player of the year. Reggie Miller's a lock.
Oh, for sure.
Paul George is there. We're running out of spots, so talk to me. Who are the top 5
after
pacers?
that,
Who are the top 5 pacers?
I mean, what?
In order, go ahead.
In order?
Or just give me your 5.
It's hard to put it in order because I'm like
Lance Stevenson. That's my one.
I mean, it'd be Reggie. I can't even put it in order, but like Reggie, Hallie, Jermaine. Ooh. They don't have that much. See, that's the thing. They don't got that much history, bro. It's like, he's not top 5. See, it's like Rick Smith. It's like, come on, dude. Oh, Paul George. Okay, so Reggie, Paul, Jermaine, Hallie, Miles Turner. That's the top 5 Pacers.
That's your all-time list?
That's my all-time top 5 Pacers.
I gotta see. Are you looking at an all-time list?
I just seen a bunch of names and I'm like, because the fact that Victor Oladipo came up in one of these, it's just like, what are we doing? He had a good solid 2 years. That's my top 5 Pacers.
Okay, so Reggie Miller's undoubtedly the
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Reggie's there, but it's like Hallie's third. That's Hallie, Paul George, or excuse me, it's Reggie, Paul George, Hallie. But I honestly think Hallie's better. I think Hallie's better than Paul George as a Pacer. That's just me. We already talked about that. We don't have to go into detail. It's already out there. You know, people know, but that's just me.
I guess they really don't got that many dudes.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they don't got that much history. Really. Like Reggie has been undoubtedly him. Like Hallie's the biggest star since Paul George, and Paul George really wasn't there for that long. Or he was there for a minute, but he really wasn't a star for that long with the Pacers. And then before that, it was Reggie. I mean, Jermaine O'Neal a little bit, but so yeah, that's
No, there's literally nobody that played for this squad.
But I actually want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were the number 1 seed. Well, they won 64, 68 games. So 64, I believe. Donovan Mitchell was looking like the best shooting guard in the league, you know, throughout this season. Their front 4 with, you know, Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, Allen. They look like a force to be reckoned with. You know, we thought that they were going to be, I thought coming into these playoffs that they can get to the championship. And so that was until I realized they were on the Pacer side of the bracket. Then, you know, I changed tune. But to lose in 5 like this, where do the Cavs go from here? How do you feel about Donovan Mitchell in the squad right now? Because I don't know where you win 64 games. I don't even know where you start, you know, going into the offseason because they were phenomenal.
We asked what the asking price is for Giannis. Every team, that's our first thing this summer. I'm calling Milwaukee's phone tonight. But honestly, I want to hold on to Mobley and Mitchell. Those are my 2 cornerstones right there. Garland, we can move off of those.
He was bad. And he was hurt. Granted, he was hurt, but he was really bad. He couldn't buy a bucket.
But he's still, I like Garland a lot. I'm a big Garland guy. I think he's the epitome of what you need in your point guard. I just don't think having a backcourt of him and Mitchell works either. You know what I'm saying?
What tier do you have? Where do you hold him up into like tiers of point guards, Darius Garland? Because he's not better than Tyrese.
No, he's not. He's
all-star.
He's all-star.
No, I don't want to disrespect him, but he's like regular season Jamal Murray level to me. It's just solid.
No,
he's not like crazy, like nothing crazy, but he's just solid.
Old is he? He's what, 24, 25?
Something like that, but
oh no.
He's not great.
He's great. He's a great point guard.
He's a great point guard. He's not better than Tyrese Maxey.
Yes, he is. I'll take more Tyrese Maxey. I will take more Tyrese.
You'll take Garland over Maxey?
I'll take Garland over Maxey.
I'm not doing that.
No, I will for sure take Darius Garland over Tyrese.
I've seen Maxey in the playoffs show up, be the best player on the floor at times. I've seen it in the Garden. I seen it. With my own too. I seen it.
DG can get people involved in the game, man.
He had turf toe and couldn't make a jump shot.
Okay, but DG can get people involved as a facilitator. Maxi's not a true
cool.
one. He's a scoring guard.
And even then, it's like, that's fine.
Nah, I guess.
Like, Darius Garland, is he better than Jared McCain?
Yes. Yes.
I'm fine.
Now we're getting crazy.
No, that was crazy. I'm just trying to think of he's De'Aaron Fox level.
Yes. And he's great.
I guess that's great. But Fox isn't great to me. You think Fox is a great basketball player?
Fox is a great, what do you mean?
He's good. But he's not,
player.
It always sounds like I'm hating. He's not great, but he's good though. He's a good player.
Okay.
He's like, I have to say it.
So what's
I
the
have to
tier?
say he's a good player on Cam because
So what's the tier of being a good player? So what's below good?
He's like a mid-tier. Like that's literally mid-tier.
So he's mid.
Yeah. Darius Garland's mid.
And so Fox is mid. Garland's mid.
Yeah.
What's LaMelo? So I just need to see where the scale lies. Like, where is he great?
LaMelo is above mid. He's like right above mid. Because the only reason why he's not even higher than what I put him at is because he plays losing hoop. But if he didn't play losing hoop, like if his team was winning, he was hooping the way he is, I can't put him at great just because he doesn't affect winning yet. But if he was,
so he's mid. He has to be mid.
No, he's not mid. I'd taken him over Fox and Garland for sure.
Okay.
Because I can roll the ball out to him. I can roll him the ball. He's gonna give me 20 at least, or he's gonna die.
Garland can do that.
20
is easy,
but I can get 20. But he can get 15 assists. Is the difference. And look at who LaMelo's playing with. I'm getting 15 assists with Miles Bridges. With Mark Williams, with James Bouknight. You know what I'm saying? Like we're getting 15 assists
James
with
Bouknight.
I know he's been gone. But that's the type of talent that's rolled through Charlotte since I've been here.
Heard you.
And I can get 15 assists, 10, 15 assists. So, but Garland's mid. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling him bad. He's not a bad basketball player. I feel like now,
so who's
it starts sounding like I'm hating. He's mid, but that don't mean he's bad.
Who's a bad basketball player?
Who's a bad basketball player? Rudy Gobert's a bad basketball player. But point guard wise,
is that what you're asking? So I know like the tiers.
Like Jordan McLaughlin is a bad point guard. He's a bad player. I don't know. That was a random stray. I don't know. That was a random. I couldn't think that was the most random.
Mid.
That was the most random. No,
he's mid.
No, he's below mid. But that's the most random point guard I could have thought of with Jordan McLaughlin. My bad, bro. My bad. I don't know. The bald head came up when I was thinking about, I don't know. Who's a bad point guard? Terry Rozier. He's a bad basketball player now.
He's bad.
You're asking me to hate right now. Corey
Joseph is bad at hoop.
See, but it's not his fault because he wasn't supposed to start. He wasn't supposed to start. He was. Now exposed him to being a bad player. But he's a good.
So him playing exposed him for being bad at basketball. That's crazy. That's a crazy take. Him playing hoop exposed him for being bad. No, they did P5. They're doing P5 already.
I'm saying, bro, P5. Hey, man.
Request a trade.
Hey, look.
Put Franz and him around me one more.
And we're gonna get to them in a second because I actually have some in mind for that team. But before we get off the Cavs, where do we go? I mean, you say Giannis. I mean, yeah, trades. But realistically, it's like where do we go?
Mobley and Mitchell are untouchable. I explored trade options to see if we can improve the roster.
Okay, we explore it, but are we pushing for it? Are we?
If it makes sense, yes. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe we can go get a LeBron for the farewell tour. Maybe we could go get a...
Are you trading Darius Garland for LeBron?
Yes. Without question.
And Jared Allen?
Yes.
If you had to package both of them.
Without question.
And you get Braun and Bronny.
Yes. Bring them to Cleveland.
And Dorian Finney-Smith.
Or how about this? Okay, it'd have to be a sign-in trade.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah, give us Braun, Bronny. We need one more piece. I want to see if we can somehow get Reeves to come with Cleveland.
Nah. You gotta finesse.
Go to Cleveland.
It's gonna be Connect. It's gonna be Connect. It's gonna be Connect.
Yeah, and so then
then you can give him a sign and trade, give him back Ty Jerome because he would. Okay, and I'm sounding like I'm hating. He was ass though. That's not even hate. It's just what it was. Kenny Atkinson couldn't even play him in the first half of this basketball game because he's been so trash. There was one game he went 1 for 14. Why is my sixth man shooting 14 shots like this? I get it. Mitchell was out. Darius Garland was out, whatever the case may be. But 1 for 14? You're not Deion Waiters.
He's not. They might as well sign Deion Waiters at that point.
That's what I'm saying. Dwight Howard's available if needed. He was shooting threes in the Philippines. He probably would have got one. So I don't know, man. But yeah, Cleveland.
No, they got to do something. They got to for sure shake up the roster. It's not working. But I think your two cornerstones are for sure Mobley and Mitchell.
Mobley can be KG, bro.
He got the trophy. I mean, he got defensive. That's crazy. He got defensive player of the year.
He just need the O.
Like we're forever gonna say like that's weird that players like Evan Mobley and Jaren Jackson Jr. got defensive player of the year.
And that's why it's like they should have went further because they had the coach of the year, they had defensive player of the year. You had the best shooter. In my opinion, he was the best shooting guard in the league.
He's top 2, top 3, undoubtedly. He's gonna be all pro.
It's over now.
He's all league for sure.
He had a stinker last game to me. Anthony Edwards clipped him. He's been clipped, though. And Anthony Edwards is the best shooting guard in the league. Devin Booker, he's been out. He's going to have to prove it to me.
You got to prove it.
But I wanted to talk about the Orlando Magic because now, with the Jason Tatum injury next year, the East is wide open, bro. The East is wide open. And I feel like this is a great opportunity because, we're Orlando Magic fans here at the LO. This is a great opportunity for them to get something done this offseason, to really shake some up. They have... Like, really, if they make the right moves, they can go to the NBA Finals next year. Or at least go to the Eastern Conference. Like, I think they can legit do it. I would take a formula out of the Pacers book, right? They did one move in the Pascal Siakam trade, like, changed their lives.
Made them legit. Right now.
That's all it really takes. I mean, P5's in that position. So, like, now it's like, go get a point guard. Go find your Halliburton. Go get your Trae Young. Go get him. You know
what it is right there.
That's what I'm saying.
It needs to be a move that's drastic, though.
But now it's like, now that JT's hurt, now it's open now. Now it's like you have to get something done.
JT's hurt. Giannis could be on the move somewhere. Like you said, the only team really out here that's...
We can go get Giannis.
What's the package? Hey.
Everybody but Paulo. Literally everybody but Paulo. And you can take all of our picks.
Take everything.
We'll sign minimums around us. It don't matter. Paulo.
We'll sign Paulo's rotary team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
And Giannis.
You want to go? You want to hoop?
Us and Giannis.
They already live with him. You want to hoop? You want to hoop?
No, God.
Bro, if you can get that done, I'm doing it. Like, literally, everybody should try to, like, push everything. Like, if the Blazers want to go get Giannis, I know we ain't winning nothing with him.
He said no state tax. So you got Portland, hey.
There was a report saying he wants to stay East. But, like, yeah.
But why would Milwaukee, like, at the end of the day.
Shaden Sharp, Scoot, Denny.
Just makes you guys an instant contender in the West. You just get the Greek freak. No, bro, why not?
Go get Dame back. He'll come back 2027.
Milwaukee West.
Why not? Chauncey, get him right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
But nah,
Milwaukee's.
Yeah, nah. We can go ahead and talk about Denver OKC real quick, just because I feel like Jokic is amazing. And I actually want to come on here and say this is not bait, nothing like that. We legit have to start talking about Jokic as the greatest center of all time. Legit. Like, skill, obviously he's not the most athletic, but in terms of, like, his skill set and what he's able to do on the basketball court with whoever's on the floor, he makes everybody. I don't know if we even seen a basketball player that makes everybody around him better more than Jokic. We see KCP on Denver versus what he looks like with the Orlando Magic. And when that happened, we're like, he's not playing with Jokic no more. It's going to be tough. And what was it? It was tough. Have we seen a player like Jokic be this effective on the back? He might be the most effective basketball player we've ever seen in terms of every aspect of the game, except for defense, obviously. But offensively, offensive mastermind, he can make anybody and everybody around him better. And I don't think we've ever seen that.
And that's the thing. Even when he locking on defense, he's not bad. He's just not vertically, talented.
Was that? And he has to carry so much on offense. I think, personally, he gets a pass on defense. Like, if he gets cooked, it's like, bro, he has to do so much in order for them to stay. He had, 44 and 14 or 15 last night? They still lost. He had you seen that crazy shot he hit?
Oh yeah, over what's his name? Top of the key.
Yeah.
No,
like that was the and I was gonna also say, sorry to cut you.
nah.
That was their best punch. I was gonna work away around that. That was their best punch. I think they lose in 6. I think they go back to Denver, they lose. But like, just talk about Jokic.
No, he's literally probably the best offensive player we've ever seen. He can make any and every pass. You can't guard him one-on-one. You send the double, he makes the right pass. He's literally just an offense by himself. Like you said, he makes everybody around him better. You can roll the ball out with any 4, and it's gonna be good. That's the term here in the LL that you coined. You can just roll the ball out. No, you roll the ball out with Jokic, any 4. You can roll the ball, me, you, Jokic, Bronny, who else? We have a chance. We're going to the playoffs.
He's making Westbrook look really good. I mean, he struggled last night. Ooh, I seen some highlights.
But that's just the Westbrook experience, bro. Like it's working for the Nuggets, I will say, because they need a wild card, bro. They need somebody to bring some energy. They're flat without him. They are very flat.
But you can bring that. Why can't he be PJ Tucker?
Because he needs to be on the floor.
Why does he need to be on the floor?
He needs to be on the floor. For them, he does.
Does he?
I'll take his minutes over what's his name minutes.
Who?
Peyton Watson. What's his name? Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
Peyton Watson. Yeah, I'll take Westbrook minutes right now over him. Sorry. Westbrook at least is, I don't know, just the mentality, the beast. We know what we're getting from him. I'll take his minutes over Peyton's right now.
I mean, and then,
that's crazy because that was the discrepancy. They're playing Westbrook over him. And I'm like, they should, in my eyes. Like,
the Michael Porter Jr. experience. I mean, you're a good defender. You locked him up before. So I'm not surprised this is happening. He had 2 points yesterday. I know his shoulder's cooked, but bro, we can't pick and choose when to use that as an excuse. You're either out there. If you're out there, you're out there.
Okay, his shoulder is some of the nastiest work I've ever seen right now. They got him on
They got a full pad. Bro, I mean, he got the football pad on. But
they zoomed in. I was like, all right, bro, what is that? Bro,
he's hurt. No,
I'm like, what is
He's hurt. I get it, but if he's ruining your flow, and it's just like he's shooting the same shots. And he's hurting the team. And so on the OKC side, though, I like, Jalen Williams, at least from the highlights I've seen, the wing Jalen Williams. I thought, not the actual center.
Duke Dennis.
Yeah, no, not Duke. He was actually guarding Jokic on some possessions, doing a good job. So they're going small. SGA, the MVP, he cooking, man. Cooking. I don't agree with the media in this sense that they think that this is like whoever wins this is going to the finals. I don't believe that whatsoever. I think Minnesota Timberwolves got it. I think the Wolves can actually beat either of these teams in 5 or 6, maybe 6. I'll respect both of these teams, but
I agree with you too on that, like wholeheartedly. I think the Thunder, they got J-Dub. He's not. If we're going J-Dub versus Randle at this point, who do I trust more? I'm trusting Julius Randle more than the wing J-Dub as my number 2 option.
I was gonna say, is J-Dub, that's the wing?
Yeah.
Is he is he a good second option on a championship team? Like, is he enough? The team is solid, but I really think that he has to play a big part in what they do offensively. And I'm just not sure I can trust that he can play sustainable hoop in order for them to get not just to the finals, but to win the finals. I'm just not sure that he's an NBA Finals second best player on a championship team level guy.
I think he could be. I think it comes down, but it has to come down to everybody else. Because I think it comes down to Chet, honestly, bro. They need Chet to
and he has, and I was gonna say he's been disappointing. He's been very underwhelming. He's been
disappointing. I thought they need him to act like a monster, bro. Like, because if he acts like a true number 3 that he could be, because J-Dub is cool. Like, he's gonna get 20. That's all we need out of you. Go get your 17 to 25, somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying? And we're good.
Yeah, SGA gonna get you 31.
There it is. And those are our 2. Chet, we need you to be a force on defense. We need you to have a double-double. We need you to make some threes. Like, we need you to just do everything. But I don't know. I feel like he hasn't been doing everything that they need him to do. So I feel like for them to hit their full potential, it kind of hinges on Chet Holmgren.
And that's a Giannis trade chip as well.
Because that puts him over the top too. But at that point, yeah, I'm throwing everybody in the trade finder for that. Except SGA.
For sure. Nah. But yeah, I'm just like, Jokic is the greatest offensive engine. Like, remember when James Harden was like, I'm the system? No. Jokic is that should be his nickname. He's the system.
System. That's a cold nickname.
He's Jokic is the real system. They don't even have a real coach, bro.
He subbed himself in.
They got bad David. No,
That's
David,
crazy.
no. They got him as the head coach, bro. Bro, I've seen clips of Westbrook taking over a huddle
In the overtime.
in a game that he was cheeks in. As a player, you got to respect Russ, obviously. But it's just like, I'm not listening to you, bro. I got 15 more points than you right now. What do you have to say for me to win this game right now? You know nothing about it. Oh, he's turning up.
That's Russell Westbrook right there.
No, he's a dog for sure. If the Wolves somehow get to the championship, win it, I think Julius Randle plays a big part in that. Does he become a better Wolf, a more important Wolf, a more stable Wolf than Karl Anthony Towns if they get it done?
100%. Instantaneously. And that's not even a knock on Cat, but the fact that what did Cat really do as a Wolf?
Before Ant, especially before Ant, because Ant changed his life.
That's what I'm saying. He did nothing but be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just there for a long time. You show up year one and you're the second option on our championship team. Come on, bro. We know what time it is.
He was drafted before Wiggins, right?
Randall?
Yeah, no. Cat.
No. Wiggins was number one. Or wait,
No, but I'm saying like with who?
Oh, who?
Who was there first? Was Wiggs?
Wiggs was there first.
Are you sure? Weren't they back-to-back years?
Yeah, Wiggs was there first. Because I didn't like Cat.
2014.
I wasn't convinced on Cat at all. I was like, I don't know about this dude.
Yeah, Cat draft Cat. Bro, they were back-to-back number one picks, bro. Yeah, I think first of all, Julius, and when they if they win it, it's like I think it's gonna be one of the best playoff runs we've ever seen from a second option. He's been phenomenal. I think definitely has earned respect from me. I think he's earned respect from the media because I feel like the narrative out there last year was like he's a black hole. Like you give him the ball, it's like it's not coming back. You're not getting the pill, and it's just not good hoop. But maybe the recipe was to embrace it. He comes into Minnesota and it's like, do you? And I think that's the boost that he needed in order to succeed because he's not really playing that much different. He's just making those shots now. I think that's the difference. He's taking those bad shots that he was taking in New York. I mean, he's taking good ones, obviously, because, Edwards attracts a crowd when he's on the court.
And is that not what we said last year the Wolves needed? They needed somebody to just go get two to take some pressure off of Ant. Because I love Cat, but you see how he plays. Look.
Outside in.
Literally outside in. I'm on the perimeter. You could throw it to me. I can shoot it. Randall, you could throw it to me. I could fire from the three. I could put it on the floor, go dunk on you. I could go put it into your chest, go to the free throw line. Like he's a legit player where if you throw it to me, Ant, I got it. Like I got it this possession. So and Ant's like you said, he's go do that. Like I need you to shoot these shots. He's putting that confidence in him, and they've embraced.
Well, they need him because they need him. Ant. He won't say it, but he needs pressure off him.
100%.
It opens up the court.
We saw him gas out last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Too much.
Flame out. It's like you can go give Julius Randle the ball. He'll go make something happen. But this Wolves team, man, I mean, Jay McDaniels has been phenomenal. Every time he scores 20, they basically win. So he just needs to keep doing that. Dante DiVincenzo, which people were calling like the main piece of that trade, that Cat trade. Looking back, that's very stupid. I even thought that, to be honest, just because I didn't like Julius Randle at that point. But he's been phenomenal. This team has championship like vibes to it. You can feel that this is their year. I think if they don't get it done this year, it's going. Man, I don't know. Something else might happen. You know what I'm saying? If they don't win it, I'm gonna say it right now. If they don't win it, they gotta go get Miles Turner.
The Wolves do?
Yeah. Try to get off Rudy somehow. You got to get rid of him somehow. Because if they have Miles Turner, because he can play as good defense as Rudy does.
But why would the Pacers even want to give that up?
Well, he's a free agent. So there's a chance we can do it.
No, I'm with you. This is like, how much better can your roster get though? Like what? what improvements do you make? That's what I'm saying.
Can't. I mean, if you can turn like Nikhil Alexander-Walker to Peyton Pritchard or something, or Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas came off their bench. But because I think they have enough defense. Now it's like, if they lose, it's because they couldn't score. Because at times, the only thing with that is like if Julius isn't scoring, he has one of those stretches is really Ant by himself. Because Jaden's not a scorer.
He's not.
But it's just a plus when he does score. Like, he's a phenomenal defender, and then when he starts hitting shots, it's like
three,
they're undefeatable.
Layup.
Right, they're undefeatable. They can't be stopped when he's hooping like that. I mean, we got to talk about like the Julius Randle flaws just because that's part of his game. It's like sometimes he's gonna flame out, but he's been very consistent so far. I hope he doesn't flame out because I want the Wolves to go far, but hopefully it's not due at any point because it could be.
No,
I'm like, it could be, but because we haven't talked about it, I just want to ask you: do you question the legitimacy of the draft lottery? I mean, what are the odds that we trade our franchise superstar to the Los Angeles Lakers and then we have a 1.3% chance, I believe, of getting the number one pick, and we ended up getting it? How does this happen?
No, it seems mad fishy. I mean, you even heard LeBron say it on the podcast. He was on, what's it called?
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee show. Yeah, he was all like, it's just a coincidence that Ewing stays in New York, I stay in Cleveland, Derrick Rose stays in Chicago. He's like, it magically happens. So, like, we know what time it is, bro. Like, that's why the lottery's even in place. Like, one, so they can control who goes where. Like,
people are in the room when it happens, though. But I think they need to televise like the ping pong balls being drawn instead of, because when they do the cards and stuff, yeah, that's after the fact. There's everyone in the room basically knows like what's happening. That's more for just the public to see. But I think they need to roll the ping pong balls out. I also think, do you like the format, like the draft lottery odds? Because now it's like the bottom three teams have like the best option or the best chances instead of just like the worst team. And, I feel like they tried to do this to not incentivize tanking, but that's pretty much the only way that small market teams are going to get better. There's no other way. Now, Dallas isn't like a big market, but they have a squad. Like, they're a championship contender next year. Crazy. They're better than the Lakers.
And a team like Utah is just
sad as hell. They keep tanking. They burned how many seasons now? Going back to the same. They fined them last year for sitting a healthy Lauri Markkanen. Like, they took the fine.
They said, yeah, we can't. No, that's cold though. I mean, and that's the one thing, like, it's kind of there's the push and pull of it, I feel like, because when you are a bad team, it kind of wants you to hope for the brighter days. Like, at least we'll get a good draft pick. You know what I'm saying? It's not even guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. NFL's like, okay, at least we'll get Travis Hunter or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Because isn't it like worst team?
Worst team.
Is it?
Yes, you get the number one pick. We'll get Travis Hunter. We'll get somebody who's done something. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find somebody. Here, it's like, we're not guaranteed to get Cooper Flagg. We're not guaranteed Cooper Flagg, Ace Bailey, or none of this dude. We're going to have to pick somebody 11th, 10th. Like,
the Blazers got 11th. That was hard, bro. I was like, bro. But at that point, because I seen just in all these taking team communities, like, oh, we should have tanked harder. I mean, not the bottom three, but the other ones are like, oh, we should have tanked harder. But it's like the teams that got a 14% chance, they didn't get it. It was the team that got a 1% chance. And last year, the Atlanta Hawks were in the play-in last year too, and they ended up getting the number one pick. Dallas was in the play-in this year. They got the number one pick. So I like it, but I don't, just because my team never, my team doesn't get it. Like, we actually tried to win. We didn't. I think up until the end, our percent was like 3%, but.
Or maybe they should do this. It's just an idea I had. Well, I don't even know if there's a problem with this. Why don't they just shorten the lottery? So instead of making it a bit 14 teams, make the lottery like 6 or 5 teams. The 5 worst teams. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you're just an order of like your record. You pick from there in your record.
I think it's because then people are going to start throwing away season. I think the whole Philly thing, the process.
Okay, but 14 is like.
14's a lot.
That's a lot. That's half the league.
That is half the league.
That's half the league if you think about it. Like, I just make the lottery a little bit smaller. Just, I don't know. So it's in the
Even
league.
If it was like the 10.
10. And the league is to the point where I think it's talented enough There's enough parity towards like we look at like the Sacramento Kings, a team that just didn't make it, or or I don't know, just teams like that. It's like they should have been competitive this year. Like they don't deserve to be in the lottery.
But
they don't deserve that.
It's like that's true. You're right, but they had that team. It started with a lottery draft pick, right? It started with Tyrese Halliburton basically because they got Sabonis. It's like even if they don't keep these draft picks, they need them. A team like Portland, who's gonna come to Portland? Damian Lillard was drafted in Portland. That's the biggest star we ever had in Portland. LaMarcus Aldridge was a draft pick in Portland. We haven't signed a big free agent ever. When's the last time the Utah Jazz signed a big free agent ever? When's the last time the Charlotte Hornets signed a big free agent ever? Like Gordon Hayward might be their biggest free agent signing in the last probably the bigger free agent signings in the history of the franchise.
That's a good point.
Like it's sad, man. And I'm not even that mad that we got the 11th pick. I'm just pissed that the Dallas Mavericks got the first pick. Like I wouldn't have even been tripping if it was like Utah. It's like, bro, they've been ass forever.
Yeah.
Like even if it was the Brooklyn Nets, it's like, all right, whatever. I mean, they had dudes, but
Mavericks seems very nasty.
That's what I'm saying. Like what? And now that trade is phenomenal for the Dallas Mavericks now.
That's okay. I'm standing. They maximize their assets. Like you got generational talent where there's no question about his work ethic. Hey, that's the number one part of his game.
He plays defense.
Bro, he's the lock for the number one pick, and he did the combine. You know what I'm saying? Like
that, bro. I would. If I'm the agent, I'm like, bro, you don't even need to go.
He was out there doing the cone drills.
Do the interviews. That's like, it.
He's out there doing everything, just showing he's the best.
About that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was really out there trying to prove he's a lock for the number one pick. He's doing the combine. No other way to look at it. I'm like, bro, you can't question his work ethic. He's gonna come in. He's gonna defend. He's gonna like work, and you can tell he's a dog already. And now we got Anthony Davis for the free. Like, sure, why not?
Anthony Davis for the free.
Anthony Davis for the free.
Yeah, man. Let's just get an update. I just want to see what
a free Anthony Davis.
A free, bro. So where are expectations next year? You know, no Kyrie pretty much for most of the season. There's reports that they're trying to get a point guard. If they were able to get like Anthony Simons.
And that's what we can't have no expectations right now at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what to even. My gut tells me this is not the team that rolls out in the fall. I don't think Clay's here. Probably. I don't know how they do it. I just think it's gonna.
But what is that who we're trading for a point guard?
I just think I don't know. It just looks. We roll out Anthony Davis, Cooper Flag.
Gafford won't
Lively.
be there. I don't think
Gafford's gone. Lively will be there.
Gafford's gone. I don't.
Yeah, he's gonna want bread.
Well, it's already out there that he wants bread.
Starting caliber bread. So he's
a starter.
He's for sure a starter, but we got Lively.
We might have to call the Lakers again.
No, literally. Quite literally. That's his ideal center right there. That's his best center.
You're going to have to give us DFS and Vando.
Hell no.
DFS ain't nothing, bro. That's the throw-in. Just give us Vando.
You can have Vando. We need DFS.
You don't need DFS. Wait, tell me
that's an ideal player you put by Luka, though.
Tell me 3 memorable things he did in these playoffs.
None. But I'm saying, is that not an ideal player you put by Luka?
Ooh, DFS?
He's a forward that can shoot and defend.
You can go get that somewhere. You can get that in the draft.
Okay, but he's Luka's boy, too.
You can get that, bro. You can get that in the second round. Don't connect. If you really begged him to do that, he could probably go out there and do that.
No,
Bronny James could probably go out there and do that.
Okay, but DFS is doing it right now, is what I'm saying. And that's his boy. That's why I just want to keep him around.
How much better? You can go sign PJ Tucker for the minimum.
He's not.
He is PJ Tucker.
He's not PJ Tucker.
He's PJ Tucker with an opportunity.
And less shoe game.
Right. So that's even worse. Because why is he out there? He ain't doing nothing for me.
He's a dog, though. He's going to fight.
He can do that from the bench. He can bark on the bench. Literally, like, down defense, he can, ooh. You know what I'm saying?
I heard you.
Like, you tell me he's not replaceable. I get he's Luka's boy, but
he's very replaceable. He is.
We get rid of Jackson Hayes.
I guess that's the trade. But what is Gafford's value? Like, because the Lakers don't got nobody other than Reeves. Like, who are we really going to trade outside of Reeves?
Reeves.
That's what I'm saying. Get him going.
No. Are you doing that?
Yes.
You trade Reeves for Gafford?
Okay, and something else. Give us Christie back. Give us Gafford and Christie for Reeves.
They probably do that.
Ooh, and
You can have take a chance on Jaden Hardy. Go get him. Why not?
What? So
Go get Dinwiddie knows the system out there. Just go get him back too.
No, that's what. Get Dinwiddie back. Get Dinwiddie back. Go sure get Dinwiddie back.
Go get Dinwiddie. Probably don't want to be in Dallas no more. Luka, he probably wish he was in
Dinwiddie
that
is getting DMPs. You put him in the game, 20 points per game.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just how it works.
Reeves for Gafford. I think the Mavs do that. And then I bet you in the first press conference they're gonna be like, he should have been part of the trade when we traded for Anthony Davis anyway.
No, literally.
And then that's a championship squad. They win the chip.
Cooper, like how
all they need's a point guard.
This is 2K that we're literally living in right now. Like,
how shit was stupid, bro.
How does this even happen?
I almost wanted the Spurs to get the #1 pick over them, like, because I don't think the Spurs are gonna be good next year either. That's the crazy part. I don't think they're gonna be good next year.
On what basis?
If they keep all their draft picks the way it is right now, they're not gonna be that good next year. They're gonna be better than Portland. They're gonna be better than us, but they're not gonna be. They're not.
You see how they're talking about Giannis?
Bro, they're trying to say he's trying to go east. I believe it.
Let him get Giannis.
I'm saying Milwaukee, this is great. The Jason Tatum obliterating his Achilles was phenomenal. And the front in Milwaukee, that sounded crazy. That sounded crazy. No, that sounded crazy.
Clip it.
No. It was phenomenal for the city of Milwaukee because I think it just evened out the playing field. It's like it's open. Now, I think they have a better chance of keeping honest with that happening because it's like, look, bro, we're in the East. It's wide open. It's literally like we just gonna make a move here and there. I know the problem is they probably don't have pieces or whatever. We could sell Damian Lillard. Like who's on a losing team right now? Like a good player on a losing team that we can just go get. And then it's like, all right, just take Damian Lillard. You're not you want to lose anyway. Just have him off your bench and get a jump in on 2027.
Mellow ball. Him and Giannis.
That'd be kind of tough.
That would be gnarly hoops.
I need Bridges with that too, though. Bridges needs to come with me.
Giannis would be pissed. He said,
"No, he won't." You know why?
Because they start turning up.
No, because we're sending Kuzma to Charlotte. He'll feel much.
He said that.
See, and then again, that's the most disrespectful trade of all time. They traded.
That's the most disrespectful trade.
I don't think there's ever. That was more disrespectful than the Luka trade. That was more disrespectful than the Luka trade.
That's the most disrespectful trade.
I was borderline the second best player on a championship team, and you trade me for Kyle Kuzma. And you even had to attach the draft pick that we had this year. You had to attach something to me.
That's the most disrespectful trade.
It wasn't even the fact that it was 1-for-1. You had to give up stuff. You had to give up more things to get rid of me.
They could have left him on the bench.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he earned the right to say whether he wanted out or to veto a trade. Like, oh, we're finna send you to Washington. If he says no to Kyle Kuzma had that power. Remember when Kyle Kuzma was about to go to Dallas and he was like, nah, I don't want to go to Dallas. Like they went up to Kyle and was like, you want to go to Dallas? We got a trade lined up for you right now. He said no. And then that's when they ended up going and get Gafford and PJ instead.
And then went to the finals.
Like, bro. And Kyle Kuzma's a losing.
He's a loser.
He's a loser basketball player.
But remember that picture of him and Jason Tatum? And they were saying, we're up next?
Why did I see a Cavs edit? They're like, where do the Cavs go from here? There's a picture of Kyle Kuzma in a Cavs jersey. What are we doing, y'all? That was nuts. I'm just like, why? Why? But no, that's the most disrespectful trade. That might be in the history of basketball.
No, forever you're finna be like, bro, remember when we traded one of the best players on our team in the history of our team?
And he was cool for Washington. He would look pretty healthy. He would have gave you more than Kyle. He would have gave you more than Kyle Kuzma.
No, he would have.
He would have gave you more than Kyle Kuzma. I think he could have got you another game.
Because he got pride.
He would have got you another. He would have got it.
Care.
We losing 6 instead of 5 to the Pacers, but it would have been a better series. Like it would have, yeah.
Kuzma was atrocious. That was crazy.
He's there for like another 2 or 3, I think. He's stuck there. I feel bad for Dame though. I mean, he asked out. His Achilles got sniped. And now Giannis is about to leave. So now he's going to be by himself out there. I'm like, just trade me back to Portland, bro. Trade me for some scraps. Let me just go back home at this point.
Trade me for some scraps.
I'm like, I don't. Okay, so if Portland, okay, if Milwaukee calls Portland and is like, we want Anthony Simons and DeAndre Ayton, and we'll give you back Damian Lillard. Who says no to that?
Portland.
You think so?
Yes. Because this is an opportunity for us to get back some real value for the Bengals.
Damn, some real value. He's coming back 2020. We got mentorship.
Okay, but Aiden's supposed to be at least worth a pick.
Throw Dame a Blazer quarter zip. Him and Chauncey about to lead the squad.
Aiden's worth at least a first somewhere.
You think? Oh, you're more optimistic than me.
He's worth at least a first.
You think so? To who? Probably a losing team. Remember where he almost went to Indiana? He almost went to Indiana.
Okay, he would have been nice out there, would he not?
And then Miles Turner was about to go to Phoenix, I think.
He would be nice on Indiana.
As a backup to Miles Turner?
Just on Indiana. Because think about it, bro. There'd be no pressure on him. Because that's exactly how they play. Look.
There's a lot of pressure on him now. They're championship contenders. There would definitely be pressure on him now.
You know how they play those, what I'm saying? Like, there wouldn't be no all eyes on him to be the third option. It'd be like, just run to the rim.
When did he ever have those expectations?
Oh, there was expectations. They always called him the odd man.
I mean, he was the first. I mean, he was the first pick.
They called him the weakest link. No, he was the first pick. That's crazy.
Over Luka. Man, Suns probably would have won a chip. Him, D Book, CP, Mikal, get whoever, Aaron Baines.
It wouldn't matter who you have.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my goodness.
And then what's his name is worth some money too. Anthony, he's worth a first.
He could be
two first.
Two late ones at least.
He's worth. You guys see? You gonna trade that for Dame?
Boy, Dame is some stuff. You know, it's not just Dame. I mean, Dame's a centerpiece, but if Dame was healthy, would they do that?
No.
You still think? Damn, bro, you still think they wouldn't do it?
Okay, it's a move to make the city happy?
Yes, bro, we broke. My heart was broken. Everybody else, bro, we're not winning shitty. Bro, we got the 11th pick.
Okay, we'll just sign him then in 2 years when he's a free agent.
I think he got 3. He got a player option for 60. Yeah,
he said yes.
I would stay in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I will take it. Yes.
I would stay in Milwaukee. Bro,
I would love to play here another season. Please.
I have a not so hot take. I don't think he's in Milwaukee. I think he gets traded by the deadline. I think Dame gets traded by the deadline. He won't be. They're gonna be like, oh, he's ramping up, and then they trade him. I also think Milwaukee. I think Giannis is gonna be there. They re-sign KP if he's not on the deal already. Get rid of Brook. Try to go get Miles Turner. Miles Turner's a free agent. I'm saying try to go get I think the only way Miles Turner is guaranteed a Pacer is if they win the championship. He's not leaving if they win the championship. But even if they, I think there's a chance that he stays regardless. Exposed him. Nah. Who's a weak NBA player? There's no such thing.
Sure is.
Except for Rudy. Rudy sucks.
I promise I could hang with some of these guards.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, the LL Hoop mixtape coming out soon. And Summer Tour too. We're going to be in a city near you. But that's going to do it for the LL. Make sure you like, subscribe, do your due diligence. Because we're rolling. Instagram, shout out to Instagram, TikTok. We rolling. We probably been on your For You page. Hit the follow button, man.
If you watch Hoop, you've seen us.
For sure. And we are out of here. Bronny James, he might be starting next year. Who knows?